Piece of garbage.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. How you doing? I just thought I'd hop on. I know it's been kind of a hot minute since I have gone live here on my page, but I got a few new things and thought I would share about them with you. So this is Lori Post. I'm a plus size health and fitness coach. I'm coming at you from Blue River, Wisconsin. Go ahead and look that one up because I'm sure none of you watching will know where that's at. It's Hickville, USA. That's pretty much, that tells you everything. So, I've been watching YouTube a lot. I probably shouldn't do that, but, I'm like, you can become a brain surgeon by watching YouTube. Seriously, there's like a video for everything on there. Too bad we don't get continuing education units for that. My paramedic friends will understand that. Anyway, so, I'm getting older. Like, you know how when we used to put makeup on, we were like in our 20s and 30s and it was super easy to like make our skin look good and like we didn't have all this crepiness around the eyes and all these wrinkles and stuff. Well, now I'm older and so it's a little more challenging. Like for a long time, I just didn't really care. I'm like, oh, there's no hope in making this look good. I'm not gonna care. Um, well, I've changed that a little bit. Not that I think that makeup is gonna work any miracles on this, but I just had a renewed sense of, I don't know, self-esteem, I guess, because since I've been on this journey of getting healthier and doing better and stuff like that, putting the makeup on and putting on some different clothes and stuff, I just, all of that has just become renewed in me, and it's kind of fun. Anyway, so I got some new products as were suggested to me by a makeup artist, one of the billions that is doing videos out on YouTube, but she spoke specifically kind of to my age group, the 40 and up. And so I've got some new products that I'm going to try, and I thought I would share them with you. So we'll start first with Berry Essentials. Berry Essentials is a company that I have loved for a really, really long time. Probably have been using their products, I would say, for at least 10 years, if not 15. So I used to be a Mary Kay girl. I actually used to be a Mary Kay consultant. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that company anymore, but I used to be a part of that company when Mary Kay herself was still running the company. And like their products just worked for me. They just really did a nice job. And I started using Mary Kay products actually when I was like 18 years old. And, it was kind of on and off because, the products were kind of expensive for my budget anyway. Um, were they expensive? I think the quality was there. So that's kind of what I go for. I go for quality and what works well. And that worked well for me. So, but then after Mary Kay passed away and then other people took over the company, they changed the formula of their products and it stopped working for my skin anymore. So I moved on. Well, I found Bare Essentials because I was looking for something that I could put on my face. And, back in my younger days when it was cool to go stay at the bar all night and come home at like, 2 o'clock in the morning, go to bed, not wash my face, that used to be a priority to me. Anyway, I still think it's cool that you can put this makeup on and if you don't wash it off, it's okay because it's good for your skin. It's not going to cause you to have like all kinds of breakouts and it doesn't clog your pores and all that stuff. So that's how I got turned on to Bare Essentials. That and QVC. Like QVC, I'm QVC crazy. And so this kit that I'm going to talk about with you, I actually got it from QVC. I have found that that's where you can get the most value because like they put these kits together and they put these prices on them. You get a whole bunch of products together that work together, and I feel like they're a little more reasonable than buying them piece by piece. And maybe that's true across the board of all things, but anyway, here we go. I'm done rambling for now. So first of all, I just have to share. Like, I mean, just look at how cute, the packaging is. Isn't that pretty? And look at how springy. And this is, a spring look. So, not that the package really means anything, but it is kind of fun to get stuff in the mail and go, oh, look at the packaging. It's so pretty. And then, like, this is just the cardboard boxes, right? The inside, the actual product package, the theme is carried through. So the first thing I want to show you here is this really pretty pink lip gloss. I'm a big fan of purples and pinks, and see how the flowers are on there? Isn't that cool? So, and then this stuff, like, see the brush? I don't know if you can see that. You can just put it right between your lips and do like this, and it's flat. You get both lips at once. Efficiency, right? That's what we're all about, efficiency and putting on our makeup. Anyway, so I don't know if you can see that color very good. It's just a really nice, soft, pretty pink. You could just, if you were in a hurry, just throw that on your lips on your way out the door. Anyway, so there's the lip gloss, and all of their lip gloss are the same thing. It doesn't have a taste to it or anything. But it's nice and thick. It stays on really well. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is the eye color palette. This is not something that I, have a whole lot of experience with. And this is a little different color palette than I would necessarily choose. But, I am all about trying new things, right? So, because if you don't try, you never know. So I think, again, hey, could you hand me that, buddy? That pink thing on the floor? There's the packaging. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you. And here are, I've used it so you can kind of see. There's the colors. The camera really does not do it justice. Like these two here in the middle, you can't really see. If I had my light on, you could probably see it better. But they have some shimmer to it. This one here in the corner really has a shimmer to it too. Let me just read you. But this is a nice, heavy, compact. In fact, I use this to do like my whole face. This nice little compact. I'll read the colors to you, and maybe that'll give you a better idea. Litty Bit is the first one. Mom. On the...
Mom?
Let me just show you. This one right here, this lighter one, is called Litty Bit. Just a second. The next one is called Pedal Away. Or maybe I have that backwards. Yeah, I do. Sorry. So, Pedal Away, Litty Bit. And then Stay Golden, Poppy. And this one's called Boom Boom Boom. I don't know if you can... Oh, and then this one is called Dark. Dark. My Old Eyes, Dahlia. And this is called Burnt Rose. They look really nice on. And I'm getting used to working with them. Oh, I wish I could remember the girl that suggested these things to me, but I can't remember her name right now. Really good makeup artist. Hey, keep it down. I'm doing a live. Here, grab me that.
Oh my god.
Okay. My family just walked in. They were at the grocery store. Come over here, so people can see you.
Can I
Come
turn
here.
this on? No, it's on.
No,
His hands are freezing.
I'm so sorry.
No, get a blanket.
It's my daughter, Lindsay.
I can't be in this.
Isn't she beautiful? I have another one, but she walked
you got
away.
makeup on?
I am. I'm showing them my new makeup that I got. All right, so here is a highlighter. Isn't the packaging just adorable? And there's what it looks like. There's the color. Now, highlighting is not something that I ever used to do, even when I was in Mary Kay. There's what it looks like on my skin. And then you just, you just rub it in, and it has like a shimmer. That's a highlighter. What? I'm over here. Get out of here. Why? Don't you want to do this with me? All right. And I got one more piece from that collection. Again, pretty packaging. Let me open the package. Let's see what this color is. Lover's Rose is what it's called. Really, really nice pink. So, I got all of those pieces, and I think the cost on it was like $54 for the whole thing. And that's not normal, because normally, like, just one of these blushes, I think, is maybe $30 by itself. So, that's why I go through QVC, because they put these kits together just special for QVC. And I just think it's a better value. Anyway, and then here is another little item that I got from QVC. I'm going to show you the package. Just kind of ignore what it looks like. There's a story that goes with it. So here is, it's by Tarte is the brand name, and you can get that at Ulta Beauty. I think Sephora sells it too. It's also what I use for my foundation. Anyway, Tarte is the company, and it's called Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So far, I really like it.
It smells good.
And let me tell you the story why it looks like this. See the tape all over it? Okay. So the day that I got it, we were in a hurry to go somewhere, and that's, yeah, that's like all the time. We're always in a hurry, right? Well, anyway, so I got it out of the mailbox, and I stuck it in the pocket of my sweatshirt that you see me wearing right now. And we went to get out of the vehicle because we were done doing whatever, and it fell out of my pocket. I was actually still in the box even. It fell out of my pocket. I didn't realize that it had. The next thing I know, like 15 minutes later, my eldest son is walking in, Mom, here's your stuff. And they ran over it. So the bottom piece, luckily, it's not plastic, it's glass. And it did crack a little bit, but it's not escaping anymore. But the tape is just on there to try and keep it from getting dry and stuff. So I ordered another one, but like, I don't know if you can see that, but even like, the lid even got dented. Anyway, so here's what it looks like. You open it up. I got the fair color because I am a fair skinned person, but look at the size of the applicator. It's like huge. And a very teeny tiny little bit goes a very, very long ways. I found that out the hard way. I look like a giant owl. I put like 2 dots, and like it covered like all the way around my eyes. It was pretty funny, but all in the spirit of discovery, right? What?
What's this for?
They're so angry.
You needed to ask me that right now while I'm doing a live?
I'm sorry, I'm just asking.
I'll answer you later.
Fine.
Anyway,
Washed it?
let's see.
Yes.
And
have to
here's another
wash
product,
things?
and this is a pretty
Yeah, so
well-known
back to
product, I
the
think,
original
or at least a brand name. Urban Decay. So like, when you get older, like I have a hooded eye. I'm sure you can see that. And like the skin on your eyes just changed. Like, you put the shadow on, and halfway through the day you got like these giant creases that are just full of all the eyeshadow, right? So I decided, okay, well, this lady on YouTube says, well, you need a primer. I've tried primers in the past, like for my whole face, and my experience has been that they just make me break out, and they just don't really do a whole lot to improve the look on my face. That was a long time ago, so I'm giving it another try. So anyway, so this is Urban Decay's product. It is specifically just an eyeshadow primer. I like the packaging though. Well, purple is my favorite color. And then I love, how the lid looks all like crystally, because crystal is another thing I really, really like. But you expect it, see it's a tube, and you expect it to be like a squeeze tube. This one also has a cool little applicator. Really makes it nice to spread it evenly over your eyelids. I did give it a try on Friday. I guess I wasn't very observant, so I don't have a very good review for you in terms of how much it really helped in, I didn't notice, like, we left the house probably like noon, went to Madison, and then we were out to eat in the evening. And like when I got back home, like I didn't see like the big creases of color all rolled up on my eyelid. So, I think for the most part it was effective. And I didn't do a really good job of preparing my skin before I put my makeup on that day. Hi, Michelle. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Cool, you're not that far. So I think it's gonna work. I'll give it another try, and I'll do a review of it later. But for right now, I think it's a pretty good product. It came with a 5-star rating, so and I actually got a 2-for deal. I got it off of QVC, and I think I got 2 of these for like $36. So, and then. Gosh, I'm such a QVC addict. Oh my gosh, I got this off of QVC too. Oh, you're so welcome, Michelle. Thanks for tuning in and saying hello. I really like pinks and purples, and like I was looking for something that was just easy application. Not that, putting powder on isn't easy application, but it kind of looks almost like spackled once I get it on my face. So I decided that I would try like a blush stick. And I actually discovered this through my Ipsy bags. If you're really looking for to find new products and try them, I get an Ipsy bag every month for like $10. Sometimes it has full-size products in it, sometimes not full-size, but usually it's enough of a sample size that you can use it like 2 or 3 times to really get a good idea if it's a good product or if it's going to work for you. $10 a month. They send a cute little bag, and they send multiple different products. And like when you first sign up, you get to choose, basically, like you get to tell them what colors you like, things that you're looking for, like different types of solutions or whatever. And they try to tailor what's in your bag by your choices. So far I have not been disappointed, and this is the second product that I've gone ahead and bought full size. So this is a product by Julep, and the color is Pink Peony. It's just gorgeous, and I think it goes on really easy to blend and get even, because sometimes when you do like a blush stick, sometimes that can be difficult. But there's the color. I'll just put a little bit on the back of my hand because my face is kind of red right now, so you can't really tell. But isn't it just the most gorgeous pink? I think it is anyway. So there's that. Oh, one more thing. So remember earlier I was telling you about priming, how that has not been a really great experience for me.
You're on a live. When you get off of that, I have something to tell you.
I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if you heard that. My daughter says she has something to tell me, and she said it very enthusiastically. All right, so again, this is a recommendation that came off of the YouTube lady that I've been watching. You know what? I'm going to go look and see what her name is, because I think she had some really good advice. And she's like a makeup artist. So like she's not just somebody doing YouTube videos like I'm doing this live and I have no expertise. This person actually has expertise, and I think she had some good advice. I will look up who she is, and I'll post it down below here after I get done with this live. So here is what I got. It's called the Professional. I actually bought this. This is a sample size, by the way. I got this from Ulta Beauty. That's like, I think I could live there. Oh my gosh. I wanted to buy the whole store. I did overbuy, but just a little. But I think I found a place where I can get gifts for like all of my girls, because I think they would be happy with anything I bought from them. Anyway, the Professional. This is a all over face primer. Juiciness. It's by Benefit. Hey, Melinda. North Carolina, is it warm there? I hope so. Like, it's finally getting warm again here in Wisconsin.
You're struggling with that box.
I'm not struggling. I'm not struggling. I'm just talking. Jeez, I got a helper over here. Alright, so here's the little tube. Like, I'll put my hand up there so you can kind of see it. It is kind of small, but you're going to get a lot of applications out of this. And it goes on really, really smoothly. It's got a little bit of color to it, if you can see that. But once you like wipe it in, you can't really see it at all. But I think it's going to do a good job. I haven't got to try it out yet, but all right. You want to get the lid for me, helper?
How'd the lid get all the way over there?
It rolled out of my hands because I'm professional like that. All right, so I will give that a try, and I'll do another live maybe putting it all together and let you guys know how it goes. But like I said, I have not had good results in the past with primers, so that's why I've kind of shied away from them. But now I kind of have that older skin, and I kind of need a little extra, so I'll give it a try and see how it turns out. And that's it. That's all I have for now for stuff that I just got for new. Pretty warm today, but kind of rainy. Oh, you like the blush? I know, isn't it pretty? I think it's pretty too. And then I just have two more things. Okay. Well, really one, but so I don't know if you guys have Shopko's wherever you are, but in our state here in Wisconsin, unfortunately, a lot of those stores are going out of business, which, I hate to see stores go out of business, especially, like any business that's been around for a really long time, and, they just have to call it quits. I hate to see that happen. But anyway, we took advantage of that opportunity. I took my whole family with me yesterday, and we went to Shopko, and oh my gosh, we went crazy, a little bit crazy. Do I do makeup tutorials, Michelle? No, not really, not really. I would not call myself any kind of expert in doing makeup or anything. I mean, when I was a Mary Kay lady, I would help women, put makeup on, and I used to do like bridal parties and stuff like that. But I would not say that I'm any kind of expert at all. Anyway, so since they had a sale, buying clothes in a department store is not something that has been a joyous thing for me. Like, when I was younger and somebody else was buying, obviously it's always fun when somebody else is buying, right? Anyway, when I was younger, like going clothes shopping was like one of my favorite things to do. And of course, I was a little bit happier with what my body looked like and stuff. Anyway, I felt like I could make myself look good, right? And well, after having 7 children and, putting a little more weight on after each child and yada, 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 y'all know how that goes. Well, so I've been on this health journey for like it's actually going to be 2 years. And, it's a process. It's a process getting back to, caring for yourself, right? Because you put everybody else first for years and years and years and years. And, that still kind of happens. But I'm getting back to making myself a priority on occasion. Anyway, so I've lost about 50 pounds so far. But even more than that, the internal changes that I'm so sorry. It's getting crazy up in here. I'm almost done. Anyway, the internal changes is what has made all this other stuff possible. Plus the magical rocket fuel that I drink every day has just made an amazing change for me. But, so I was able to get some pants off the rack. I haven't been able to do that in like, I don't even remember. I think I might have been like in my late 20s was the last time I was able to just go in a store and buy something off the rack that I could wear. I hear you, Melinda. I hear you. But I feel like they've changed the way they make clothes. Am I wrong? Is it just me? But I really feel like they don't make clothes for people who have curves at all, right? And you know, they always put like the big people clothes. I don't think we're big, okay? I don't think we're big. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't like going into the store and getting clothes. And you know, it's funny. I always yell at my kids, you gotta try them on, you know? Don't just get something and assume it's gonna fit. You gotta try it on. I hate trying stuff on. I hate trying it on. So anyway, I took a chance. I got these clothes, right? I got a couple pairs of jeans, and I love these kinds of jeans, right? I've never gotten anything that, you know, put this much accent on my butt before. Anyway, but I think they're cute. I think they're really cute, and I got a couple pairs, and oh, these aren't the right ones. These are not the right ones. I like these too, but these are too big. Anyway, I'll just talk about these. These are 4 sizes smaller than what I used to wear like a year ago. And I was like, oh, I just looked at them. I'm like, oh, these look like they'll fit. And you know what? I didn't try them on until I got home, which wasn't, you know, it was a sale. So it wasn't like I was going to be able to take them back. It's called Earl Jean. I'm not much into like brand names or anything like that. If it looks good and it fits, I'm wearing them, you know. But these are a size 20. I used to be a size 24, sometimes 26, just depends, you know. Well, these are stretchy too. I'm not gonna lie, these are stretchy, but they're still 4 sizes too, smaller, and I feel really good about that. And I know it's only gonna get better from there. I probably would not be able to put them on if they weren't stretchy, if I'm going to be completely honest. Oh, cool. So, but I'm really happy about that, and I couldn't believe I got them home and they fit. So, all right. I guess that's it, you guys. That's all I got for you. I won't keep you watching me any longer. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. I hope you can find some time to rest and relax and get recharged for the week ahead, and spend some time with your loved ones. All right, y'all. Have an awesome day. I'll talk to you again soon. All right, love you. Bye. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday evening. I think it's Wednesday. I work 24-hour shifts, so sometimes I get the days screwed up. That, and, as the title implies, I'm going to talk to you about my experience over this last week and weekend going to Arizona for Prove It's big event. The name of it's called Epic. That's why I have that in the title. And anyway, so, my time has been screwed up for a while. I'm really surprised I even made it to work on time. So anyway, so you guys, this was a life-changing experience. I'm so, so, so thankful that the universe made it work out so that I could go. So let me just give you a little bit of background into me, okay? So, people go to events all the time, right? I get that. But this girl, no. This girl doesn't venture too far from home most of the time. And, mostly because, self-confidence is not my strong suit. Regardless of what it might look like right now. I have to really work up to, really? Sorry, family life, guys. It's life. All my kids are home today because it was a snow day. Of course, they'd be home now anyway, but it's taken a lot of patience today. Anyway, so I'm not one for like social things in general. So like when I was younger, you know, and hey Anita, nice to see you, girl. When I was younger, like, you know, being a social butterfly was my thing, you know. And you know, I have to say, when I was younger, like, you know, high schooler, like, I know this is gonna sound terrible. It is what it is. Shh. Sorry guys. We're gonna get through this, I swear. Prue. Back then, you know, like it happens for a lot of us, you know, I weighed like 110 pounds. I was actually considering being a professional dancer. And so like being on display and, you know, being around like lots of people, I never gave any thought about it when I was young. You know, when you're younger, you just don't have as many cares. But
Go for my mom.
so sorry. Anyway, but then, you know, as you become an adult, you have children, and for me, having children was equated with getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and, you know, just the weight of the responsibilities of life, like, you know, I ended up with depression. And now, you know, this isn't necessarily something that I really was aware of, because, you know, that's something over my life that I just, like, I was totally on the back burner. Like, nobody else mattered but me, or not me. Everybody else mattered, but I didn't. So, like, everybody else always came first. And I just, like, I stopped wearing makeup. I didn't care what I wore as long as it was comfortable and it covered my body. That's all I cared. You know, like, I didn't go clothes shopping and I didn't go shoe shopping. I didn't do shopping shit. I didn't do any of that. Hey, Tiff. So, like, I just gave up on myself pretty much. So, you know, doing something like booking a plane and flying several states away from my husband, my family, everybody I know, renting a car, and then driving around in the place where I've never been, don't know where anything is. Like, that is not me. That is not something I would ever do. And you guys, I did it. I did it, and I did it well, and it was an awesome experience. I'm so glad that I did. But it's like, that's, like I said, it's just not something that I would do. And the reason that I've done that is because, you know, being part of this incredible Prove It community is just like insane, you guys. I just can't even tell you. And since I started drinking ketones, like, so like I would say that ketones could be an antidepressant. Of course, we can't make medical claims about this stuff, but that's how it worked for me, okay? Like, the depression is gone, the anxiety is less, I'm calmer, I can sleep better, you know, all that stuff. And as an added benefit, I'm also losing weight. And I'm, you know, like, it's pretty effortless for that to happen. But that's a side note. That's not really what I'm on here to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about my experience at the event. So, like, all day, every day, it was like a giant pep rally that just went on forever, okay? I don't know if pep rallies were fun for you in school, but they were fun for me. And everybody was cheering and everybody was positive, and, like, it was so awesome. So, like, we started every day. So, like, there's kind of a distinction a little bit. You didn't really feel it, but, you know, there's some people that are higher up in the company than me, because I just started this thing like 6 months ago, 7 months ago maybe. I'm not even really sure. But so there's people that have been doing that longer. And so they are positioned as our leaders, right? So every morning, so like they would have their meeting, and we'd be out in the hall waiting to get into the room with them. And they would come out and they would go into the room, and like this room is like got this booming like music, you know, that's super upbeat, and they got music flashing. And of course, maybe you saw that, you know, on my video that I posted on the page. That's how we started every morning. And like these people, the leadership, would line up on both sides of our group, and like we're like high-fiving them all the way in, and they're high-fiving us, and like there's just this energy that was exchanged between us, and it was just so cool. I've never experienced anything like that. And like, you know, it wasn't like they were better than us or anything like that. It was just like, you know, they were there for us, like, and we were there for them, and it was just so cool. So then we get into this room, right, all of us, and we're all just having a dance party for the first 15 minutes of the event. Every day was like that. Who doesn't want to start the day out like that, right? I know some people are probably saying, well, I'm not really a morning person. I'm not, you know. Oh, that's the thing, you know. You become a morning person. You become an anytime person when you drink ketones, because that's just what they do for you. Or at least that's what they do for me. And so, and then, you know, the first day they went on and they talked about all the science, all of the science that goes into this product, right? And so let me just say, my mind was just absolutely blown. So what, you know, why is that important? Why does that matter? Well, I'll tell you, like, how, you know, how can you get behind something that you don't believe in, right? Or something that, you know, there's a million products out there on the market for whatever, you know. But if you don't understand that it is a serious thing, it's a real thing, and that it works, you know, you can't really get behind it. Well, let me tell you, I have nothing but respect and confidence that, you know, this stuff is legit, okay? Totally legit. So that's awesome. Gives me a boost. Like, okay, I'm actually getting behind something that is legitimate and I can feel good about, right? So then, you know, the other things that happened, we had motivational speakers. And when I say motivational, like, we had this one guy that came on, young guy, like 21 years old. I'd say his name, but if I say it on here, I know I'm going to screw it up. Nick Sanamataso. See, I screwed it up. But anyway, he's the zombie dude. If you look him up, he'll pull you up. Hey, Lindsay, thanks for tuning in. He has no legs. He has one arm, and there's just one finger on the end of that arm, and he has just kind of a little stub for his other arm. He has this really rare condition. There's only been 12 medical cases in all of medical history, and 8 of those 12 have died because what happens with the condition, the reason why he doesn't have like limbs and stuff, is that's what happens. Like those things don't develop. Well, most of the time it's their organs that don't develop to a point where they can function and keep a person alive, hence why 8 of them died. But this guy is very much alive and well. And so, you know, listening to him, I just got really convicted because I'm thinking to myself, well, if he can feel good about himself and like he does everything, he doesn't let anything hold him back. And so I'm feeling convicted about myself because I've whined about much less stuff, or, you know, I just realized that, you know, I make a lot of excuses for myself. Oh, thanks, Marty. Mwah. I appreciate that. I've made excuses for myself, like, you know, oh, my knee hurts. Oh, I hurt my knee, or I have asthma, or oh, it's not the right time of the day. Oh, the sun's not shining right. Oh, you know, I just made excuses for myself. And you know what that does for yourself? That all it does is like causes you to miss out on opportunities, right? So like this guy was just insane. Like the roof was burning off the place by the time he got done. And you know, he talked about things like when he was a young man, he really got picked on by his peers, you know? You know how bad bullying is today, right? I mean, we had bullying when I was growing up too, but I don't remember it being like it is today. I think partially because of social media, it is that way. It's easy to say something really nasty to someone on a computer versus in front of their face. So I think that's why maybe it's a little more prevalent. Well, anyway, nobody held back on this poor guy. You know, they called him a freak, called him a handicap, you know, told him that he couldn't do stuff. So, like, he wanted to go be a wrestler, right, when he was in school. And obviously he had a lot of people saying, oh man, you know, do you really think that's something you should try to be doing? I mean, come on, look at your condition. And he goes, you know what? You know, I'm not just going to be a wrestler. I'm going to be a varsity wrestler. So, like, you know, he used that criticism to fuel him to be like, oh, okay, you want to be a doubter? You want to be a hater? I'm going to just show you. You know, he used that to fuel himself. So that's awesome in and of itself. But what I was saying about the girls, like, you know, he told us about times where he had, like, thoughts of suicide even. And he would, like, cry in the shower so nobody could see him crying. And, but he learned how to get himself out of that by finding a place of gratitude. So like he, you know, sat in a quiet place, he used some breathing exercises, and he thought about all the things that he had in his life to be thankful for. And it just made all of that other stuff like go away, you know, like, and then he thought to himself, well, gosh, you know, this condition that I'm in is like a natural filter. Like, you know, any girl who wants to call me like a freak or say I look horrible or disgusting or whatever, well, she's not the one I want to be with anyway. So, like, he was thankful for his condition he was in. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm trying to tell two stories at once. It's just, I can't get it out fast enough. So, the other thing, go back to the wrestling. So, the wrestling thing, his arm, the partial arm that he had, it was a little too long, the bone was, and like he knew that if he tried to wrestle, he would like possibly protrude his bone through his skin. I'm sorry for anybody that's really sensitive if that was too much. But anyway, that's what he was telling us, and he like approached his mom and he's like, so mom, what if we cut it off? And you know, of course, as a mother, she'd be like, oh my God, why do you want to cut off your arm? And this isn't, you know, so he could wrestle. This was just so he could have a shot at trying out for wrestling. He wanted to cut part of his arm off. He wanted to have a major surgery just to have a shot to wrestle, to compete, to stretch himself, right? So guess what? They did it. And he's going like, I was the happiest guy to get happiest kid to get his arm amputated. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. That's kind of crazy, right? So then he told us about how, you know, his first year. So he went out, he got this surgery, he went out, and he goes, how many wins do you think I got that first year? And, you know, everybody was shouting all different kinds of numbers. And he said one. He had one. And, like, the team was undefeated before he got on there. So, you know, and he was just making a lighthearted joke about that. But, so he had one win. But, you know, a win's a win, right? And so then he says, well, then I went back out for the next year. And he goes, how many wins do you think I got that year? He goes, 2. He got 2 wins the next year. And so he says, you know what that is? That's progress. And which, yeah, it is progress. So, you know, it wasn't even about what anybody else had to say. It was all his own thing. Like he was just worried about his own progress. He wasn't worried about the naysayers. He wasn't worried about proving anything to anybody else. It was all about, you know, what was going on within. And so he could feel good about that. So, like, he just had this fire and like, just amazing. So we're looking at a guy who's basically just a body, and like he's not letting any of that slow him down. So it was just super inspiring. But then, you know, so stayed super inspired. And then like the people that I saw there. So a lot of these people I've talked to online, but that's the only way that I've ever talked to them, you know. I didn't know them really otherwise. And, you know, when I got there, it was like I knew these people all my life. And like the whole room was like that, you know. Nobody was like, there was no cliques, there was no, like everybody welcomed you with open arms, okay? And everybody was so positive. I've never been so immersed in such an incredible atmosphere. And so the guy that talked to us about, you know, the guy that I was just describing to you that talked to us, he talked to us like on the last day that I was there anyway. And so after we were done, you know, we were walking around and stuff, and I'm probably one of the older people that was at this event, you know, or at least that's how I felt, you know. I'm putting all of this stuff on myself, all these thoughts, you know. Even after this guy talked to us, I still like had this neurotic moment. So we're walking around outside. It's gorgeous. The sun is shining, you know. We're just finding places to go hang out and do some fun stuff together. And I'm walking along, I'm talking, and all of a sudden there's this uneven spot in the pavement. My foot catches it and down I go in front of like all these people. I was so embarrassed, so mortified. And so like, you know, and none of the people around me were like, nobody thought it was funny. They were all very concerned about my welfare. They were really cool to me. Nobody did anything wrong but me, okay? It was totally my mindset. So, you know, I'm not trying to say that everything is sunshine and roses all the time. You still have those weak moments. Well, that moment took me down. Like, I allowed it to take me down. So I was feeling really bad about myself. Like, oh my gosh, here I am. I'm this old, fat lady. Because most of the people I was with, I was at least 20 years older than. So I was feeling pretty embarrassed. And I let it take me down this spiral. And so later on that evening was supposed to be like our big like celebration. We were celebrating the accomplishments of other people and having a dinner. And it was really cool because they had everybody dress up in 1920s you know, clothing and stuff. Oh my gosh, everybody was so gorgeous. Well, you know, after that fall, I was just like, oh man, I just can't do this. I don't want to go to that thing. I'm so embarrassed. And so, you know, I had to drive back to the hotel by myself. The person that was staying in the hotel with me, she was going to stay and hang out and stuff. And so I had to go back to the hotel so I could get ready because she wasn't going to go to the gala because she doesn't like that stuff either. Anyway, so I'm getting ready and, you know, I put my stuff on and put my makeup on and, you know, I'm just throwing insults at myself putting the makeup on. I'm like, oh, that looks terrible. You look like an old lady. You just look like an old lady with war paint on. And I had bought these like eyelashes. I don't know if you saw it on my page. And I'm like, you know, they look like pillars in a box. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are going to be insane. So I'm not very good at putting them on because it's not something that I do all the time. Anyway, I'm trying to put these eyelashes on, you know, and I'm not having a very good time with it. I spent like 20 minutes trying to put these damn eyelashes on, and they were too long. And anyway, long story short, I was focusing on everything that wasn't, you know, I was focusing on all of the negative stuff instead of focusing on the, you know, I got to go to this thing and, you know, I had my legs, I could walk, I had my arms, I could talk, you know, all the things I had as an advantage, like over someone that doesn't have those things. I had a car, so I had freedom. And then, you know, once I went down that spiral, like, I got these thigh highs instead of getting pantyhose because I'm like, I don't want to pull these pantyhose up and down all night, so I'm just going to get these thigh highs. Well, guess what? Thigh highs don't work out for me. So And then I put runs in both of them. I always do. I'm no good at putting pantyhose on either. And like I had these sandals. They were a little higher heeled than I'm used to. They were really, really, really pretty. And so I was dedicated, man. I was wearing them. I don't care how bad they hurt. I'm wearing them. And so like, and I just got down on myself and got scatterbrained. And like I had these cool sleeves and I had a head thing. And I went out of the hotel room, got in my car, and I didn't bring them. Like, and I needed to take a shower. I didn't because I ran out of time, and like I didn't do anything with my hair because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have that headband on. It's gonna look all right. And then I forgot the dumb thing. And so then I get there. So the parking situation is horrible. Like the parking lot is like 2 city blocks, where I had to park to get into the hotel. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to make it in these high heeled shoes? I was just letting everything attack me. And but I pushed myself. My CEO of the company got up and told us a story. And his story is what helped me get to the hotel. I know that sounds crazy, but so, he was telling us this story about how he and his wife were going to go climb this mountain or whatever. Like the elevation of this mountain was like 27,000 feet. And they were going to be going with like this military guy or guys. I can't remember if there was more than one, but like, like a ranger or something. Somebody that's really in shape and like is used to doing survival or whatever. And so like my CEO is like grumbling about it. He doesn't really want to do it. And he's looking at all the things that are going to be complications instead of looking at what a awesome experience it could be. Anyway, so they finally get to the day that he's going to go do it, and he's standing at the bottom of this mountain and looking up and, just thinking to himself, oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it up there. How am I going to do it? And he has a conversation with the guy that's taking them or asked them along. And he says, listen, this is what you got to do. You just look at the boots of the person in front of you, and you just look at one step at a time. That's how you're going to make it up. So that's what I focused on. I'm like, I just gotta look at one step at a time. Instead of looking how far it is away from this building, I just gotta look at one step at a time. So I did that, and I got in the building, right? And so then a new problem, like arose before I got into the building. I'm trying to cross the street. So the straps on these sandals, like attached with Velcro. Yeah. Well, one of them kept coming apart, and one of them unfortunately came apart as I was crossing the street. Luckily I didn't fall again. But it was just one more thing. So once I got across the street, I reattached it. It didn't come undone after that. I got into the building and I'm looking around, right? And I did the comparison game. I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys are all so pretty. And, and I started feeling sorry for myself. I couldn't find anybody I knew. And like, I just couldn't get over that. I couldn't get over that fall. And I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, if I would have got with the people that I knew, well, even one of the people that I didn't know, she noticed that I was kind of looking around, looking lost, and I haven't met her. I never talked to her. She has no idea who I am. She goes, "Are you by yourself?" I'm like, yeah, I am. She goes, "Well, come over here. Come stand by us." And so I went over there, and I had a beautiful conversation with her. Of course, I didn't let her in on what was going on with me, but she still wanted to include me, is the point that I'm trying to make. That's the kind of people that are involved in this company, right? And I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, the ladies that I talk to on a regular basis, if they would have known that was going on, they totally would have like tried to pump me up and say, "Listen, we're just glad you're here. Just come join the fun." But I wimped out. I got all that way. I called my husband. I'm talking to my husband, and he's trying to tell me, "No, man, I think you're beautiful," and and which I thoroughly appreciate. But at the time, it just didn't help me. I didn't feel beautiful. All my own fault. All my own thoughts. And he goes, you should go. You're gonna miss out on a really great time. And I know he was probably right. I missed out on a lot of it. But if nothing else, it provided this really great teachable moment for me. And maybe I needed that. Maybe that was something that I needed. Maybe the universe thought I needed a lesson in that, right? So even though I missed out, and I regret that so much because it was a really amazing time, and they had a performer there for us and everything, and I'm sure the food was fantastic. It looked like they had champagne, um, you know, but I still came away with this really valuable lesson, I guess, if you will. I know specifically what it is that I need to work on. And so it was still an amazing thing. Even though that little snafu I allowed to have, happen and take me down this bunny trail, I don't feel bad about it. I still have this ability to be really positive. For instance, the next day, my flight got delayed by 4 hours. I ended up being in this airport for 8 hours long. But you know what? I didn't get upset about it. I have never been a great traveler. I've never definitely been a great flyer. I was gripping the arms of the chair going, oh my God, when is this going to be over? That's how I used to be. But I wasn't like that at all this time. And I found some really great people to have awesome conversation with. So, normally I would have just sat there and kept to myself and probably just stared at my phone. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. So, it was just amazing. It was an amazing thing. And I made some amazing friends while I was there. And I know that it's all just going to get better. And we have another event coming up at the end of May. And I'm going to go. I'm going to be there. And I'm not going to miss out on any of it. So, if nothing else, you can feel my enthusiasm. You can see that, it changed me in a very deep way. So, anyway, I just thought I would share that with you. I think I lost people. I don't think anybody's watching me anymore. But, anyway, thanks for watching. It was fun.
Mom?
And I'll talk to you again soon. All right. Bye. Hey everybody. How you been? Happy Monday. Got my co-pilot with me. Stick your head in there. Isabella. So, as you can see by my title, I'm going to share with you what I got in a couple of my Ipsy bags. I get one every month. I know I'm kind of behind. I haven't shared with you guys in a while, but so I just thought I would hop on and do that today. Trini, don't do that. So my name is Lori Post. I'm coming at you from Blue River, Wisconsin. I'm sure any of you that are on here are like, where the heck is Blue River, Wisconsin? Well, we're in the most southwestern corner of the state of Wisconsin. That'll give you some idea. Anyway, so I'm going to do a couple of bags just because the one bag is just so stinking cute. I just have to share it. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Little kisses all over the bag. I just love it. So I continue to get this bag because, well, I think it's kind of nice when you can try stuff out for real, before you go and invest money in something, right? Because you just don't, then if it doesn't work out, before you waste your money on it. So that's why I keep getting the empty bags. I've actually bought a couple of full-size things off of my sample because I found out that I really like them. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's go over this first one.
Like you're leaving.
This one, I don't know. It's probably backwards. Maybe you can't see it. It says Glam Glow. Basically, it's an illuminating moisturizer. So you know, it's kind of a twofer. It gives your skin some moisture, but it also kind of brightens things up. And it comes in different colors. This one just happens to be Nude Glow. So I'll just put a little bit on my skin so you can kind of see what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just going to rub it in here. And so you can imagine, you know, if it would, what it would do. It has a really lemony, I don't know if you can see that, really lemony scent. It's very pleasant, not overpowering at all. So, I didn't give that a try yet, and I haven't found out if, you know, you should wear it under your foundation. I would guess probably under your foundation since it has moisturizer in it. Hi April. Have you ever got BoxyCharm? No, I have not tried that. BoxyCharm is all full-size products? Oh, how much is that? This is only like $10 a month, so I don't feel bad about it. It's not a lot of money, you know. I will look into that though. Thank you. Alright, so this next product, it's by Meech. Imea. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering the title. I'm not, you know, like I'm not some professional makeup person. I guess I should have brought my glasses. There's a little card in here, I think, if it's still in here. Oh, it's not in here. Anyway, I think it's an eyeshadow. Caramel is the color. You can see that. It's a little shimmery, but not a lot. Okay, okay. This is not, she's not being helpful. That's not what she's supposed to do. Alright, and this is all just in one bag that I'm showing you right now. It's $21 a month. Oh, okay. How many products do you usually get in it? Here's another product that came in there. Can you see it? That's kind of bright. I don't know. I've seen people do this. I'll tell you what it says. It's called Feel Renewed Pumpkin and Walnut Facial Cleanser. Deep skin treatment with gentle exfoliation. I definitely like to exfoliate because my skin always gets so smooth. You just got to be careful with that. You can't go crazy. You know, your skin's only so thick. All right, and here is another product. Looks like it's by MAC. I know that's probably backwards for you guys. Sorry. I have my camera facing towards me. Oh, and this is like a foundation with a highlighter.
No, it's not.
Oh, nope, sorry. That's an applicator. So it's a little sponge applicator. So it's not a lot, but you know, you could probably get, I bet you could get like 10 applications out of that for sure, at least. You know, it depends. Everybody's different. Hey, Peanut Gallery over there. Those are my doggies. Sorry.
Hey. Stop.
All right, and then this is the last thing that is in this bag. You know, some of the stuff is full. Some of the stuff is full size. It looks like the brand name is Cella. It's an highlighter pen, and it happens to be purple because, you know, when you tell Etsy that you want to start receiving these bags, they ask you questions to find out, you know, what colors you like and what kind of products and stuff. So it's one of those. I really like these. You don't have to tug and pull at your skin. They go on really smooth. And like I said, it's violet. Can you see that? Which is my favorite color. Alright, that is this cute little lipstick bag. That's that one. You know, I get my other stuff. Where'd my other bag go?
It's on the table.
Oh, here we go. Can you tell I'm real organized? So here's the other bag. All shimmery. I mean, I got a ton of bags. I don't know what I'm going to do with all my bags, but you know, you can give them away as gifts.
I know where all your bags are. You put
But
your bag there.
anyway, so you probably can't read what that says. I know it's backwards. It says, and off she went to change the world. I love that. I love that. All right, this one's kind of full. There's a lot of bigger stuff in here. Shimmer Squad by Lottie London. I think this is just this one actually has the card in it. Let me get the card out so you can know what this stuff is. All right, Shimmer Squad highlighter and the Good Girl.
Mom, where'd you put all your bags?
Inspired by the vloggers, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's just a highlighter. Just a natural, you know. Let me get it out so you can see the color. I really like it. It's very shimmery.
What's this one?
Let's not confuse bags. It's a good thing I have a really big makeup bag because all this stuff is filling it out.
Show them how big it is.
All right, so
What?
there it is.
Mom,
I don't know if you can see the shimmer or not. I'll put some on my hand and maybe it will show. Can you see the shimmer?
Oh, so shimmery.
I like to do that sometimes, but you know, sometimes it gets a little too shiny.
Hey.
Okay, now this one excites me.
Hey.
I like the name. It's so cute. Disco Kitty. Hey! Can we simmer down over here? And this is one of those, it's a mask, but it's made out of pearl. It's really cool. Very, very lemony. Hey, Athena.
Athena.
That's my granddaughter's name. Has a very nice clean scent to it. Can you see that's a big bubble that's on top, but it's, you know, it's a little liquidy, like it's pouring
It's a
as I
it's a peel
tip
off
it.
mask.
It's one of the
mask.
masks you put on and let it dry and peel it off.
I just put it on
Not like the black ones. Yeah, show your hand then. Did you take it off? Oh, she took it off already. Sorry, folks.
I'll put some more on. I can just put it.
Oh, 5 to 7 in every box. April, thank you for letting me know. I am definitely gonna check that out.
Give me your disco kitty.
Let's see.
Mom,
And I got this really cool brush. See how it's all sparkly? It is actually clear, and the sparkles look like they're floating in there. You know, I don't know how good a quality of brush it is, but, you know, I just don't think you can have enough brushes, you know? Like, if you've got a routine that you put the same colors on all the time, it's really nice to have, you know, like one brush for each color, and then you don't have to worry about it or mix them. Hi, Arlene. Thanks for tuning in. We're about at the end of my second bag here. Okay, and then I got this nice red lip gloss. Like, I have some on right now. I'll put some on while you're watching. It is by... I'm not sure. It's called Lip Luster. Let me see if the card will tell me because I can't read it on the bottle. Ciate London Mini Lip Luster in Wildfire. So I was really kind of afraid to put it on because I'm not really a big fan of, like, you know, like bright red. My husband likes me to wear that, but I don't really like it that much.
Oh, silly goose.
But as you can see, it just leaves a nice...
Here's your disco
It just leaves a nice tint. It's not like a really bright red. That's cute. It's nice pocket size because I like to reapply. I always take my stuff with me. And then I lose them because they get washed in my pants pocket.
Hey, Mom. Here's your disco key.
Oh, okay. Just a minute. And then one last thing in this bag. It is a mascara by Tarte. I really love Tarte. I've gotten
Oh, here.
foundation from Tarte.
Here, Mom.
And I've got some other things from Tarte. I really like them.
Here, Mom.
Let me show you the brush though. So if you're someone like me, I have next to nothing for eyelashes. And so I really like...
Here's an example of your Tarte.
I don't know if you can see it. I really like the brush. It's really nice and fine. And I like, you know, how long it is because it'll make it really easy to get all of your eyelashes. I don't know if you've seen on here, but I've been experimenting with false eyelashes. And that's not my sample though.
I know, but these are your Tartes.
Yeah, I know. Anyway,
I can't find any of
I've been
your-
experimenting with eyelashes. It's not going great. So, you know, I got some like ones that were a little wispier like mine, you know, and I used the glue. I'm not great with the glue. I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Here.
You know, you can learn everything on YouTube, right?
Here's your glue.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I don't need glue. Anyway.
What?
So I've been watching some YouTube videos and watching these gals put them on YouTube. First of all, I don't even know how they do that. I mean, I can barely get them on me, much less coordinate the camera so that, you know, people watching can get a good view. But anyway, so I've been experimenting. The glue is, you know, I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Basically, when I was putting them on before, I wasn't putting enough glue on them, and yeah, it just wasn't going well. But I just recently got some magnetic ones, which I thought would be really cool. But, you know, I tried to put them on today. They just came today, actually. And I tried putting them on, and wow, they're even trickier than the glue right now. They're a nice idea, but I think for someone like me who has next to nothing left for eyelashes, I'm not sure that the magnet ones are going to work. And you know what? Maybe there's another brand of magnet ones that will work for me. But the ones that I got them through Amazon. Of course, you know, I get everything on Amazon. Love Amazon. I tried putting them on, and like basically what you do is you like put the top one on and you get it as close to your lash line as you can, and then you put a bottom one on the bottom side, right? And like the magnet they just like snap together, which they work really well, but unfortunately like I get it so close and then phew, it just pulls it right off of my lashes. And then sometimes I'll get it on there and like my lashes are just so thin that they won't even support like the top lash long enough for me to get the bottom one up there. So I'm not sure that's going to work out, but you know, if you guys have any advice about that, I would love it. I've been thinking about doing the extension thing, but then I've heard some stuff like, you know, it breaks your lashes off, or, you know, your lashes get pulled out, and God knows I don't need to do that. I have hardly any lashes as it is. I don't need to lose any. But anyway, any wisdom you guys can share with me about that, I would love to hear about it. So I guess that's all I got. Oh, I did get one more new thing today, and maybe this excites you guys, maybe it doesn't, but I gotta take you out of my stand here and show you.
Mom, here's
I
your
got
example.
some new leggings today. I just love them. They're from Constantly Varied Gear, or Constantly Varied Gear. That's what it is, Constantly Varied Gear. And so far I really like them. I was really shocked that they were going to actually even fit me. And they have pockets on both sides, which is cool. You can stick your phone in there.
Got pockets.
Yeah, they got pockets. Isn't that cool?
Oh, Mom, here's your yellow.
Yeah, okay. That's okay. Anyway, so it's been an exciting day. I am in basically the first full day of my fast, so having all this stuff coming today was a really nice distraction. But even though I was like really distracted,
Naughty.
I messed up. I messed up. This is like the 6th time I've done this 60-hour fast, and I don't know. I ate like crap before I started it, and so now I'm struggling. Okay, I'm having a hard time today. But at least it was keto. So I don't know if you can see these things, but these are made mostly of cheese. And I had a few of those just because my stomach was just grumbling like crazy, and I gave in. I
tried to stop her.
She tried to help me.
I tried to stop her. She would not let me stop her.
So, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what? It's just like everything else in life, right? You have a little stumble, you don't dwell on it, and you move forward because that's all you can do. You can't undo it, right? Okay, you guys. Well, I guess that's all I got for you today. I'll try to hop on here more often. I know I keep saying that.
Oh, wait.
But I always get really nervous about doing lives. Oh, there's
the disco kitty cat.
Okay, there's the disco kitty mask. That's what it looks like when it gets dry. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really pretty shimmery. It's kind of fun. Anyway. All right, you guys. Well, oh, Christina's just getting on. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so you guys, I don't know if I'll get on here again this week, but I'm going to try to. Anyway, I hope y'all have an awesome, awesome week going forward. And happy Monday. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Oh, great, Mom.
Hey guys, I'm just hanging out here for a second to see if anybody picks up that I'm going live. So bear with me. Hang on a second. Oh, I saw one. I didn't get to see your name. Hello, friend. So this Lori Post coming at you from Blue River, Wisconsin. I'm sure none of you know where that is. You know where Wisconsin is maybe, but right now you could probably just call it the cold place. So it's really cold again, and we just got done getting a whole bunch of, oh, hey Lindsay, you want to come live with me? Let me know. Anyway, Lindsay's my daughter. I just saw her face pop up that she's watching, and I could bring her on if she wanted to speak. But anyway, yeah, it's freezing cold again. We just got rain yesterday. It was like, I don't know, I think it got up to 40 degrees, and today now it's heading to like -1. It's supposed to be -5 by the morning. Wow. Wisconsin, she really needs her bipolar medication. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I hope nobody's taking offense to that, because I know that's a real thing. I was just saying, you know, it's pretty crazy how the weather changes in Wisconsin. There's no lack of variety. Anyway, so as you can see by the title, I just thought I would get on here and talk to you a little bit about this magical rocket fuel that I'm always talking to you guys about. So, you know, I know maybe you guys are kind of tired of hearing about it.
A station alert has been issued for your location.
See? It's the weather. Did you guys hear that? I thought I had all my notifications shut off. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but, you know, part of the reason that, oh, hey Joel, haha, nice to see you. The reason why I am just so passionate about talking about it is because it has made such an impact. Joel, I don't know if you heard the first part, but I'm talking about my magical rocket fuel, so just so you know where we are. It has made such an incredible impact with my life that, you know, I just want to see other people have that kind of success in their life. And so that's why I just keep sharing about it, because it's just so amazing. So just to give you a little bit of background about it. So prior to me starting to take this magical rocket fuel every day, so it's probably no secret, maybe you've looked at my profile, I used to be a Beachbody coach. I still am a Beachbody coach, but this other stuff is just like far surpassed that in terms of, hey Molly, in terms of the impact that it's had on my life. I still, you know, Oh, yeah, cool. Yay, Lindsay. So I was doing all the things, right? I thought I was doing everything right. I was working out every day. I was drinking the shake, the meal replacement shake, we'll call it. It was a superfood shake. And I'm not going to diss the product. You know, the product helped me. It did what I needed to do, and it was kind of cool because it was the way things played out. It kind of was in a stepwise fashion, and everything happened just the way I needed it to happen. So, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I didn't have success with, you know, choosing some healthier habits. Hi, Molly. I drank the water, right? That made me feel better. I mean, I stopped having headaches. I started having more energy. I just started feeling better. I got the shake going, and the shake really helped me in terms of controlling my appetite and getting my health habits, you know, back into a better space, let's say. And the workout, of course, the workout is good. I mean, I went from not being able to stand for any longer than 15 minutes, like things like putting my clothes on, taking a shower, you know, things like that were really hard for me when I first started. This is way before I got involved with my magical rocket fuel. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of history so you know where I'm coming from. And so, you know, I gained a lot. I gained a lot by working out, eating right, the shake, all of those things. I gained a lot. I also, you know, I was able to lose some weight. I lost about 30 pounds, which, you know, I don't know if you've seen my profile. 30 pounds isn't very much weight for me, but I still have a ways to go. And I still count that as a victory. Don't get me wrong. I definitely do. You know, and in the beginning, you know, my focus was, oh my gosh, I got to lose weight, I got to lose weight, I got to lose weight. That's all I thought was important. Well, you know, I've learned a lot since then. You know, it has to start from the inside, and eventually it comes to the outside, but you have to change the inside dialogue to be able to have the motivation or the drive, I guess, to want to do all of those habits every day, right? Because, you know, that's one of the things that really stopped me was I was always tired. Even though I was doing all those good things for me, I was still finding myself at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, like, where's that pot of coffee? I'm dying here. And that was the other thing, too. Along with all this stuff, I was still trying to drink, like, pots of coffee. You know, you might not know this about me, but I am a critical care paramedic, and I work 2 24-hour shifts a week. And on the back side of that 24, hey, Rob! On the back side of that 24, it gets pretty hard to have the drive to do a workout or stay awake even, really. So, you know, it was nothing for me to drink like a couple of whole pots of coffee in a day just to keep running through that. The other thing was I had a big mental shift, and that came from personal development, the books that I read, and my coach, and you know, my fellow teammates. So a lot of really good things happened, but there was still more work to do. So like, you know, I never really thought of myself as being someone who suffered with depression and anxiety. Of course, the people around me, my family, could all see it, and it got really bad at that time of the month. Not that you want to hear about my time of the month, but I'm just telling you, you know, that's when the depression was really, really, really dark. And, you know, I think in an effort to bury all that stuff, I also partook in a lot of alcohol. You know, that was my antidepressant. Not an antidepressant. Alcohol makes you more depressed. Not a good idea. Anyway, but that's what I did. So, you know, I was really trying to get my business off the ground. I was trying to help other people, you know, find they're better, trying to help other people do the same thing I did, you know, make their lives healthier and feel better. And I decided to take some training. And when I did that, I ran across this person that was helping out with the training. And she introduced me to this magical rocket fuel. And Okay, I got to back up just a little bit. Sorry, guys. I know this is a digression. I'll try not to be too long because I know you need time to spend with your families. But I don't know if you guys know who Chalene Johnson is, but she has this program now. It's called the 131 method. And basically, it's kind of teaching you how to eat a ketogenic lifestyle. Well, I was a beta tester for that. And so we took, like, it was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. I can't remember how long it was. Thanks, Rob. I love you. I appreciate your encouragement, bud. Anyway, I learned the value of the ketogenic way of eating. We took 3 weeks and we gradually, reduced our carbs. Then we started to do where we increased the amount of time between when we ate. Like we would have we'd start out with a 12-hour window, 8-hour window, 4-hour window. And then after we got down to the 4-hour window for, I don't know, maybe it was a week, maybe it was a few days. I don't remember now. It's been kind of a long time. My camera's dying too. I gotta hurry. Anyway, we fasted on water for 3 days. I know that sounds absolutely insane. Trust me, I was scared to death to do it too. I was like, oh, I'm never gonna make it. I can barely make it a few hours. How am I gonna make it that long? Anyway, and I did it, and it was easy, you guys. So when I first started the process, I was losing weight at a rate of like a pound a day. And then when I did the fasting, I lost 8 pounds in 3 days. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that rapid weight loss is a good plan, okay? I'm all about being healthy, okay? But for someone like me, get to the charger. Yeah, I'm going to probably have to do that because I really want to finish telling you guys the story. Anyway, where was I? Lost my train of thought. Said like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, you're cute. Get to the charger. So I found, the rapid weight loss was great for me, who has more than 100 pounds to lose. Sometimes it's a healthy thing to take off that much weight in a shorter amount of time, okay? But I'm not recommending that to anybody. I'm not saying starvation is a great way to go. That's not what I was doing. I got my body into ketosis, which was a fat burning mode. And because I wasn't eating any carbs, that's why that happened that way, okay? So I'm not recommending that, but what I am telling you is that I found out the value of ketosis. So now back to the other story, how I met this lady, my friend, Kelsey Gigi, who lives in Madison. Never met her before. We just did this training together, and she had told me about, the stuff, right? This magical rocket fuel. And and she told me that it puts you in ketosis within an hour after drinking it, right? And so I already knew the value of being in ketosis because I had already felt it. So, but I'll tell you, I never in the world imagined the things that this stuff would do for me. Okay, so, but because I was so eager, right, I already knew the value. Most of the time, people just get like a 10-pack of flavors. They try the flavors, they decide which one they like, and then they order like, a bigger quantity, right? Well, I didn't even wait for her to do that. Like, I just went to the website that, she had, and I ordered like a 30-day quantity. And, it was the best thing I ever did for myself. It was the best thing I ever did for myself. I did that, and I have never looked back. And I have been drinking them every day. Well, I actually drink them a couple times a day, sometimes 3 times a day if I really need to. I've been drinking them since August of last year. And so, like that first time that I took them, like I've said it before in a post, it's kind of like you were watching black and white TV, and like the stuff gets into your body, and like all of a sudden it's color, like everything is clearer, everything is more vivid. Like I found myself feeling like I used to when I was 20 years old. Like, I could go for 3 hours of sleep and, you know, wake up and just like run all over the place again. And, like, I got my smile back. I catch myself, like, I have a smile on my face. Nobody's with me or anything. I'm happy about being here. I'm happy about living this life. I'm happy that I get to have this opportunity. I used to be someone who really enjoyed music, but that song kind of got muted, or I couldn't hear the music anymore. And now, you know, like, songs come on the radio and I can't sit still because I have this joy inside me that I haven't had for a really, really long time. And I was seriously, before that, you know, I was seriously thinking, man, I'm going to have to go see a psychiatrist. I'm going to have to get put on some antidepressant medications because, you know, I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to be a sloth. I just wanted to sit on the couch when I wasn't working. I wasn't enjoying time with my kids. I didn't want to go do anything. And things that I used to love doing, camping, dancing, you name it. Oh gosh, the family's coming back. It's going to get loud in here. Just fair warning. Anyway, so that's why I'm on here talking about it with you guys, because I know that I'm probably not the only one that experienced life like that. And I'm just here to tell you that you don't have to. You have a choice. You can check this stuff out for yourself. I mean, everybody's experience is different. Maybe it won't be like that for you, but maybe it will. And what if it is? Can you imagine? Can you imagine wanting to get up? I mean, like, I'm not a morning person, but like, I'm waking up before the alarm clock goes off and I'm ready to get up. I'm not tired. I'm not feeling like somebody needs to pull a crane into my bedroom and lift me out of my bed. You know? I mean, that's part of the reason why I didn't work out. I like to be an active person, but I stopped doing it because I just felt like I was too tired. And I never had, oh, hey, Sarah. Hey, welcome. I never had a drive to get up and do anything, ever. And now I do every single day. And I'm happy. And, you know, like some of the PTSD stuff that I suffer from my job, like, it's not a problem anymore. And it's all because of the ketones, the magical rocket fuel that I drink every day. And so I'm on here talking to you about it because I really want to see you guys give it a shot. I really want to see you guys try it and see how it works out for you. And so I'm just going to now go through. Hey, could you do me a favor? Yeah, I'm live. My kid, I told you my kids are barking.
Let me.
Okay, no.
Say hi to them.
Not listening. Okay, thanks, Isabel. Go plug my phone in, please.
Where is it?
Hey, Sarah, that's so awesome. You
Where's
can do
your
things.
phone?
That's awesome.
Oh, your phone.
My phone, my cord's over there. No, the cord's right over here.
Where?
Right over here. Right behind me. Over there. You're gonna have to.
Hey, gosh.
I thought I'd make it, you guys. I'm so sorry.
When did you start
Anyway,
it?
so
Mom, the fridge is plugged in. Yeah.
isn't this fun? It's life, people. That's the thing. All right.
That wasn't.
Here.
It wasn't us though.
All right. Was that fun? Okay.
Oh my God. it
Sorry
looks
about that,
like
guys. Sorry about that. Anyway, I want to get back to, okay, so we're talking about the magical rocket fuel. I want to see you guys get it in your hands and you get to try it. So I'm just going to kind of go through what the flavors are and what you would get in a sample pack from me. Oh, I don't want to say sample because it's really just a flavor tasting packet. this is not working out. All right.
Oh my god.
So here's my cord for my phone. All right, cool. My phone's not gonna die now. We're almost there, guys. Hang on.
Oh no. Oh jeez.
It's all right. It's all right. I got it. I got it. All right. So I'm just gonna go through the flavors.
Oh jeez.
So
Oh jeez.
here's this one. It's called Maui Punch, which is kind of self-explanatory. It tastes like fruit punch. And the thing I like about these things is that they're not too sweet. They're not too bitter. I mean, some people have a problem with it. My daughter Lindsay could tell you. She kind of didn't like them at first, but you know, it's kind of like you got to get used to it.
Just gonna set this over here for now.
I think you read the comment wrong. Oh, okay. Wait, it helps with depression. I came in on a wrong time. Well, you know, that's not something that we can make as a claim for the product, but I'm just telling you what my experience was. And I can tell you that there are a lot of people that are taking this stuff on a daily basis, and they are having that same experience. So I hope that answers your question. Hey, Bobby Joe. So the other thing that it has done for me, so I mentioned before that I fast. So I fast every day. I have a 4-hour window that I eat in, and this stuff helps me do that because it has this wonderful power of appetite suppression, because it puts you in ketosis and you are burning your fat, or burning fat for fuel. So how do I put this in a nice way? Those of us who have a little extra that we're carrying around, we don't run out of fuel. How's that? Anyway, okay, so this is Maui Punch. This one happens to be charged. And so what that means, charged, means that it has a little bit of caffeine in it. It's not like a lot. It's not going to like keep you up all night, because I've taken these at night. Of course, you know, I'm pretty used to caffeine. Hey, Anita. I'm pretty used to caffeine, so it doesn't bother me. But this one happens to be charged, fruit punch. And then we also have it in the non-charged or non-caffeinated version. And so that's why the package looks a little bit different. Same flavor, just not caffeinated. So here's another one. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's backwards. It's called Vanilla Sky. A lot of people have described it as like, oh gosh, I can't think of the pop flavor. All right, maybe we'll come back to that. Just a second. Cream soda. Cream soda. It tastes a lot like cream soda, some people say. I like to have this at night sometimes. I'll have this, and I just make it with warm water. I'll put a little bit of heavy whipping cream in it and sprinkle the top with some vanilla. Because sometimes, like at night for me, I don't really have that happen to me so much anymore, but sometimes I get a craving for like just a little sweetness, and this will fit that bill if you make it that way. So there's that one, Vanilla Sky. That one is not caffeinated, as you can tell by the package. Here's another flavor, Heart Tart. A lot of people say this tastes like the candy, like the sweet tart candies. I've had it. I love it. In fact, you know, I have to be honest, there isn't a flavor that I've had that I haven't really, really liked. So, yes, cream soda. And then, you know, you can mix them in different things. Like some people will mix them in bubbly. It's a brand of like a seltzer water. It doesn't have sugar in it. It has natural sweeteners, and you know, it's got some carbonation, and it just enhances the flavor a little bit. So, but I'm going to get to, I'll have recipe places for you to go to how to make these if you want to make them taste different. But I'll talk about that in just a second. So, Heart Tart, sweet tart candy. This is a really popular one. Key limeade. or, very much like a 7-Up, kind of, I've heard people say. This is the one that I haven't tried yet. I have to be honest, I have not tried this one yet. But it's very popular. Lots of people really like it. It's crisp, refreshing, neutral, not like a heavy flavor in any one direction. So there's key limeade. Now this one is our most popular. It's called Raspberry Lemonade, and as you can see, NAT on there. Maybe you can't. I know it's backwards. I keep forgetting. NAT. So I know all of these other ones that I've shown you say max on them, and what that means is that they have a max level of ketones in them, and this one has the same amount of ketones in them, but they're different. They're naturally fermented. So in these packets, they have to bind the BHB or the ketones to a salt, and that's how it gets delivered. This one is naturally fermented, and so what that means is that this one actually is going to get in your bloodstream just a little bit faster than the other one. And the flavor is a little different, obviously, because they don't have to attach it to a salt. And we have a few more. Most of the max flavors are changing over to Nat, but we're kind of in transition on that. So if you would get a flavor taster pack from me, the flavors are still there. They're just going to be in a different formula. All right, so here's the one that I started with. Love this one. This is Orange Dream. And this one has some functional fat technology in it also that really helps sustain you throughout the day. This one tastes like a dreamsicle. Straight up dreamsicle. And if you make this with a little bit of cold water and put in some heavy whipping cream with it, oh my gosh, it totally feels like you're cheating, like you're having a orange dreamsicle for breakfast. And then this one, chocolate swirl. I also recommend, the way I like to have this one is, I'll have it in my coffee and put a little heavy whipping cream in with it if I'm not having my bulletproof coffee. And that also has some extra stuff in it. It's got, I'm trying to read it. My 51-year-old eyes aren't very good at reading it anymore. But it has some probiotic stuff in it that really helps out your stomach. So if that's something that you struggle with, this might be a good formula for you to start with.
Did you tell them about the vanilla and the chocolate swirl thing?
I really don't need your help. I'm already way down the road. Okay. All right. And here is an unleashed formula. And so I'm not sure if this one is actually the Nat. Yes, this is also the Nat. So what does unleashed mean? Unleashed means is that this one has the most amount of caffeine and the most amount of ketones that we would have in a formulation. This is what I use every day, is an unleashed formula. They have a few different flavors. This one happens to be Ruby Rush. If you like red grapefruit, even if you don't like red grapefruit, I have to be honest, I hate red grapefruit, but I like this. I don't know if any of you have ever drank the Pop Squirt. This is very much, it reminds me of that flavor. So there's that. And then I have Celebration is the name of this formula, or this flavor. It's also, by the package you can see, it's a Nat. So it's naturally fermented. This one for me tastes like, kind of like pineapple plum, or not plum, pear. Yeah. Some people like to mix it with champagne. I've heard it tastes really good. I haven't tried that yet. But anyway. And then when you do decide to try ketones, one of the things about it is that it really helps you shed water. Like, since you're burning up your fats, the fat cells put off a lot of water. Well, when you lose a lot of water, sometimes you lose electrolytes. So if you've ever heard of anybody talking about the keto flu, that is what is happening. People are losing water really quickly, and so a lot of the electrolytes are leaving their body, and so that's why they get the flu type symptoms. So if you stay very hydrated, and then I always send a tube of these. This is electrolyte tablets, or that they're actually carbonated, like they fizz. You just pop them in your water, and they give a lot of flavor. This one happens to be triple berry. And it just helps you keep that balance and helps you stay hydrated. And sometimes I'll add it right in with my electrolytes, or I like to put it in my water too, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get water down all the time, because, water is so plain. And when you're drinking like a gallon of it a day, it can get kind of old. And this gives it a nice flavor and a fizz. So if you're a pop drinker, this might help you in that habit. Otherwise, they also have pills that you can take and just swallow them. I got those from Amazon, and if you do decide to get a flavor taster pack from me, I can give you that link. I'm switching over to the pills just because they're a little less expensive, so you can get more of them and they last longer. So I'm switching to the pills, but this is what I have right now, so that's what I'll be sharing with everyone.
Hey, Mom.
Oh, Sarah, you're gonna make me cry. Thank you. All right, and then inside that, along with all that stuff, I don't know, you probably can't see that very good, but it's called the Hacker's Guide. And it's going to answer most of the questions that you might have. Hi, Darlene. And it is going to tell you how to have the best experience with your flavor pack. And then I'm also going to be sending you an email, and the email will have more resources for you, such as recipes, how to drink them, things that you might experience. If you have any questions about, like if you have other health concerns, it will answer those too. And you're also going to get access to a private group where everybody in that group is all doing the same thing as I'm doing, and you'll have tons of support. You'll be able to ask questions, and you'll find out about, like if anything ever comes up on sale, if you decide to go forward after taking your sampler pack and you, or your flavor taster pack, and you decide that on a flavor, that you'll find out about the sales in there too. So, and it comes in this cool package. I think it's really cool because purple is my favorite color. I don't know if it shows up purple in there, but it is purple. And so this would be the package that you would be looking for if you decide that you want to give them a try. And if anybody on here watching has any questions, or you would like me to send you a 10-day taster pack, I can also break it down to a 5-day if you would rather do that. And the other thing I wanted to mention, just message me, just DM me, and I'll get you set up. I'll answer any questions that you have or whatever. And then later tonight, there is a call going on, and it's kind of some of my mentors, and they're going to be talking about everything. They're going to be talking about the science behind the product. They're going to be talking about, like, if you wanted to do what I'm doing, they're going to answer those questions too. So if you want more information about that video, let me know, and I will get it to you. I think the call tonight is supposed to be like around 7 or 8 o'clock. I'm not for sure on that. That's why I need you to message me so I can get you the information. All right. Well, I hope that this video was helpful to you. And if you have any questions at all, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Yeah, thanks for hanging with me. and I hope you're having an awesome Sunday afternoon. And hopefully we'll talk again soon. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great Sunday.